I'm getting more and more people wanting me to talk about World War III, guys. And I talked about it in my most recent episode of the 8 Below Show. And I wanted to go ahead and continue talking about World War III in a different way, kind of taking a different turn here with this title. You'll be able to check out all of my World War III content here on the YouTube channel, guys. But with that being said, there's been talk now within the community. We talked about it being a potential COD killer or a Battlefield killer, and we've talked about that. So what we're going to talk about now is more so, is this a title that could start really adding and ramping up its competitive scene in a major way, or really take things that Battlefield has not done in particular? So let's talk about it. So guys, first of all, let's talk about, from a sales perspective here. World War III, guys, and from my experience playing it, it's got some really cool, interesting concepts, and I really think that, it being like what it is at this point does not feel so much like a Call of Duty game as it does a Battlefield, as much as a Battlefield game, because of all the different elements and gameplay elements to it, but it does feel very smooth, in my opinion. This is a title, when the game first released, guys, back in 2018, it sold over 100,000 units in its first 48 hours. And that's a pretty big deal. Now, it was on sale when it sold this many copies, but that's a pretty big deal. It's currently sitting at $14.99 to buy the basic copy of World War III on Steam. And so, really, guys, at the end of the day, let's talk about, okay, so what can they do to improve World War III versus, some of these other like juggernauts in the FPS space. So to me, guys, at number one is certainly adding a significant competitive scene to this. I know that a lot of people have said that, Battlefield and Battlefield esports and such just never really worked. And I just felt personally that EA and DICE didn't do a good enough job to focus a lot of their resources into the esports scene. Esports makes so much sense, guys, in a number of ways, really giving exposure to the game, building narratives around the game and around the players that are playing it. I think that's really, really important. We see it so much in Call of Duty. Personalities is what built Call of Duty and Call of Duty esports as we know it. And even that isn't being supported as well as we would like. On the flip side of this, what could World War III do? Well, to me, guys, I think that they could really take some of the things that Battlefield did and maybe even do it better, but then even take things that Battlefield hasn't even done or has maybe tried but really failed, that being like esports. And I think that could be something really special that gets incorporated at some point or another. But first, before even getting to the esports realm, they want to fully polish World War III. All the bugs, glitches, things of that nature, guys, they want to fully polish all of that. But coming in really at number two, but this could really be number one, is having this title be free to play. A free to play title, guys. And let's just say, okay, obviously the developers, the publishers, they got to make money here, okay? But to me, even if they just made a few game modes free to play, like the ranked playlist or something free to play for everyone, it would at least start building a lot of momentum. Now, this game is starting to build some buzz, without a doubt. I mean, I'm starting to talk about it here on the YouTube channel. I'm starting to hear about it from more and more people. People are asking the question, is it the COD killer? Is it a Battlefield killer? And that's why we're talking about it here. But really, guys, after I've been able to get my hands on the game, I've enjoyed it, but I would love to be able to get more people involved and into this title by, let's just say, more and more people creating content around it, more and more people that are able to play it, but having game modes that are free to play. And I think that could really be something special. Now, will they build and make it fully free to play? Probably not, guys. It's probably not unrealistic. But if they made the full game free to play, making microtransactions and putting, different weapon skins and things of that nature into the game, or having like a battle pass almost, that's going to justify, it being free to play, because those microtransactions are going to help the developers in a major way. And I think they've got something here. I really do. I think that there's a real possibility that this could be something special if the Farm 51 as well as my games really, flesh this thing out and make it, and take their time and really listen to what the community is telling them to do, because that is what we see with so many other titles out there. The developers and the publishers don't listen to what the community is saying, and then there ends up being massive problems or the game's not nearly as popular as it could be. What I will tell you guys right here, right now, is that World War III has the possibility, and it really has the opportunity to be the next juggernaut in the FPS space, without a doubt. But it really comes down to what are those next steps that they're going to make the game incredible, and what's going to draw more players in. That's really what this is going to come down to. What do you guys think, though? Do you think that World War III should have an esports or a ranked playlist? Should they be taking things from Battlefield or really running with things that they failed to do? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more World War III content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.